Hi guys, I got a little problem with the video I created during the class tutorial, but alternatively I have to redo another one, or sort of a homemade tutorial. So this is going to be after the break, which is the CV resources, the journey to the break, and question and answers, which are not here to ask me any question, but anyway, I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna show you how to migrate from the WOM server, your local WOM server, after you finish developing your web, onto the registered web host on the internet. So here is our video. The Joomla we created was university, IT university. So I'm going to show you how to migrate from the local system onto the remote server. What I'm going to do is to go to the free web hosting. Actually, I recommend using the free one if this is your first web hosting. So try the free one and see what they have, and then you can commit your financial attention onto that. So this is a free web hosting area.com. It's a free, and they have all the facilities of usually of every other web host on the web. So the first thing you need to do is to create a name. So this one I'm going to see, for example, Joomla. This would be your website address. So it's going to be something like Joomla, www.joomla dot something, like I want freeorg, www.joomla.freeorg.com, because it's free. You didn't pay for it, so they have to append what they call subdomain. So click proceed and see what happens. But this one is a free website. But usually you need to have at least one visit in a month. Otherwise they will delete your files, everything, and you'll be losing whatever you uploaded. So they say this one is already taken. Okay, so let me say jsit.joomla.orgfree.com. okay, let's try. Yeah, this one got it. So I need to give your email account. For example, I'm going to give mine nte@yahoo.com. I'm going to give you the password as designer, and let me confirm again, designer, and then you have to accept space PLFMLYS, create my account. So when you see this page, that means your account is successfully created. So what you're going to do is to go to the control panel. This is your username, this is your host address, and this is designer. And you can even try it before you even move. Copy this one, go to a new tab. Okay, so click copy new tab and paste it in your address bar. Then press enter and see what happens. Okay, so this is a placeholder, what you call a template, or just like a index page, because you have not uploaded anything yet. So they give you something just to show that the web address is active and it's working. So it's now for you, to upload all what you have designed in your local WOM server. So if you want to migrate, there are two things you need to do. First of all, you need to upload all those files in the directory in the IT university. You have to upload them onto the web server, and secondly, you have to migrate your database from the local web server onto the remote server. So you have to create another one at the web hosting. So we are now going to the control panel, which is here. And let's open it in the new tab also. This is the control panel. So we're going to the name and the password is designer. Login. Okay. Which one? I'm sorry. Let me check that it means the posting. Oh, it's going to be members area. Login here. Then you choose your server because we are using org-free, so you have to scroll and look for org-free. Here it is. So this is the account manager, this is the database, and this is password recovery, and this is the FTP area where you can upload your files. So you right click and open in a new tab depending on the server. So my password is designer. Remember my password, so the next time you don't have to type everything. So I'm logging in. So this is your member area. This is where you have all the controls to your web hosting account. This is my account name. This is the account ID. It was created just now, so it is the thing expires never. Yes, they say never, but with one condition: you have to at least visit the website once in a month, otherwise it will be deleted. I think they clearly say it somewhere here. Can you see here? Be sure that your account has minimum 1 hit per month. 1 hit means 1 visit. Inactive accounts are deleted at the end of the month. So if you spend 30 days without accessing this site, it will automatically be deleted from the server, and when you try, you won't see anything and you cannot recover your files. So you have to be extra careful when uploading sensitive things to this kind of free service. So this is the control account. So now let's move on. Okay, this is our account. So what I'm going to do now is to create database first, because we wanted to upload what we have in the local server and then moving into the new server. So I'm going here and say create. So it automatically created for me. I don't have to give name because this is a free server, so they will create it automatically for me. So they say main SQL database and database have been successfully created. To administrate your database using PHP admin. Okay, that means you have to go to the main menu and get all the controls. So the database details are the name and the username, and the password is equal to the password you are creating. So they are using single password for every other thing on this web hosting area, and the host is localhost, so it's same as in the Joomla. So what we need to do is to go back to the main page now, main menu. Then we look for PHP admin, or we need to look for where to manage your database. Where is it? Okay, manage DB. So you click on this one, then you click on PHP admin. Remember, if you're working with your local host, we are also using the same software, so there is no difference between the two version, the local and the remote one. So you only need to click on this one and then it will open another one. So you now have different username to access the database. Always remember this is not the one you log into the account, so it's for the database only. So let's copy this one, and the password basically is equal to the account password, so it's the same thing. So what we need to do is to paste this one, and designer is our password. So I log in. Yeah, so it's loading. PHP admin 3.5.4. So it's a bit heavy, so it's loading slow. So this is our database. If you look at it now, this is a web database and this is our local database, so they look virtually the same. It's only that this one is in the remote and this one is in the local. So what you do is to select the database. This was our database we created for the IT University, so you have to export all the tables, the content, every other thing, so that you can import it into this remote server. So what you need to do is to go to export. tab, and you export format as SQL. You have others. You have CodeGen, CSV, where I told you the command separated values. You have Excel. You have Microsoft Word. You have so many different formats, but the easiest one for you to transfer from one SQL of the same kind to another SQL is to use this format. So you click OK, go. So it will allow you to give a name. So let's save in graphix. Let me call it Junior JSIT. It can be any name, it doesn't matter. Junior.sql, but it has to be an SQL file, because when you go to the remote server you are importing an SQL file. So let's save it. So it is now exported and it's working. So let's move to our tab. This is our database. So in this remote one you are importing. You remember here you export, but in the remote server you are importing the SQL file we saved in the graphix. Okay, so you choose the name. Okay, this is it. So you choose the file and go to graphix and we call it JSIT Junior. Look at the file. So you click open, and when the file name appears here, then you click go. It will import the file and execute all the SQL statements in the file. Actually, the SQL statements stored there. Let me show you how it looks like. JSIT Junior. Let's open with our Notepad++. So can you see it's all create the normal SQL statements you know about. So this is how the values are stored in our local server. So it will create the database and insert all these values onto the remote server. So this is how the file looks like. Let's see whether it's done or not. Okay, it's still loading, so it's taking a bit while. And there is another thing. While this one is going on, you need to configure the file. You have to check the database details and then correspond in your local server. Okay, what you need to do is go to home directory and look for these configuration files, because this is where you store the database connection, the database host, the username, and everything. So you have to look what is the database type, is SQL or SQLite, is all the same at your level. And hosting, they give you already on the remote server. Let me show you. Go to let's go back to menu. I will see it. This is still loading. Doesn't matter. Here's our manage DB. From there you see all the details of your database. This is the main database. So in our SQL file, the modified file, you just have to, you see the database type is SQL, so you don't have to change this one, and the host is localhost, so we have it here, and our username, it's going to be exactly what we have here. Copy this and then you change the username, that means the database user, you paste it, and your password, what is our password? This is equal with the account password. So our account password is the one that's already there, I've written it, and you have to give the database name. So this is the database name, this is the user and the password, and here's your local host. So these things has to tally with the one you have with the remote server, so that it will connect when you finish uploading your website to the remote server. So this is basically what you need to do. So this thing is still loading because it's a huge file, and so these are the basic things. And while doing this, you can concurrently start uploading your files to the remote server. And how you're going to do that, I always recommend using FileZilla. It's also included in the CD. So from here, you go to your account manager, you go back to the main menu, you will see all the FTP details, how to upload your files onto the remote server. You can use this file ruler. It's very fast, easy, and it's tracking your files. If there is any failure in connection or your system goes off, when you come back, it will show you the queue, how many files remain and how many you need to upload on the remote server. So here's your FTP details. So this is your login credentials. You need to provide the host, the username, the password, and the port. Even though the port you don't need, it's automatically detected. So the first thing is to take your hosts. You copy this one, you paste it here, and you copy the username, copy, and you paste here, and the password they say is equal to your account. That means it's designer. Then you click connect. So you see it will start connecting. When it's successfully connected, all your remote files will appear here. This is your local side and this is your remote side. This is local, means your computer can you see is drive C something, but here is www.joomla whatever joomla.org jsitjoomla.org. What you have here, joomla jsitjoomla.org.com. So this is where your file is. So you remember I showed you this file, the place template, they are all located here. So you can get rid of them like these 3 files, you don't need them. So you just right click and delete them. So they will be gone. So the website will be ready for your home server 80 files to be uploaded onto the remote server. So you see it's still it's loading the file. So now the website, can you see all the HTML file at once? So if you refresh this thing, you might not see it. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you won't. So there is an error. Database JSON, you can see no database selected. I made a mistake. You have to select the database first. You select the database, sorry, it was my mistake. This is our database, you click on it and then you import the file into the database. Because I'm right now in the local host, so it's just creating tables outside any database. So you have to select the database first and then you import that jsitjoomla.sql file from our drive. So it is now loading our database. Can you see now it's localhost. When you select this one, it will be localhost and then you will see this number. That means you are in a localhost, and inside the localhost you are in this 497128 database. In other paid hosting accounts, you might not see these numbers. They can even give you a chance to write the database name yourself so that you can correspond with the one you have at the local computer or local web server. So it's loading, it's a bit crazy. Okay, it's the network is a bit slow. I'm using Glow. Can you see the strength is even 0? It is loading. Just have a little patience to be loading. Okay, for the meantime, you can select our files and drag here. So what you're going to do is to go to drive C. How do you go there? How do you do that? Okay, I'll just delete this one. Go to drive C. So scroll to the WAMP server. This is the WAMP server. If you're using XAMPP, it should be XAMPP. But this one, because we are using WAMP software as a WAMP server, so it will show us WAMP. And then go C and go to the www root and we look for IT University. So this is our folder. So you need to go into the folder once. So you have C WAMP www IT University. Then you select all the files that are resident in this folder and transfer them here. So what you need, simply just drag them over like this. So they will be queued. Can you see it's now reading how many files I have here that I'm ready to transfer here. So look at that, about 4,822 files of this IT university. So when you finish transferring them here, your site is ready and it will be working according to how you design it in your local host. So this data is still loading. Open it again. Okay, it didn't change to okay. So basically this is how you can easily migrate from local host to a remote server. Is by doing three things. First of all, you need to create the database in the remote server after registering with them or and then you need to transfer the files from the local database onto the web server. Okay, the network down. Oh, there's problem. Okay, let me stop the video so that it will not become too heavy okay, the network is back. Actually, I'm working at home at an outskirt of Kazori. It's about 8 kilometers away from Kazori. It's an outskirt quarters, so the network is a bit poor and low in strength around this area. Okay, so our database loaded now. Can you see we are in localhost and we are in this particular database. Now what we're gonna do is to import this .sql file in our drive C, just the way we did the other time. Drive C, jsitgma.sql, the file, click open, and then you click go. So this is basically what we need to do. So importing into the database, so it will take about, it's about 11%, so it will be uploading. So for the meantime, you've seen how to transfer your files here. So this is the basic things you need to do. And after you finish, actually I'm not going to wait until these 4,000 plus files finish uploading. But if you have the patience, you have strong connection, it won't take long. So you just have to be patient and wait for any message error or connection or anything, but otherwise everything will be going well. So this is basically how you migrate from local development server, what you call one, onto the registered remote server. So you can try this over and over again, and at the end you will master how to use web remote servers. So these are the basic functions you can do with the remote service. These are your details, your name, user ID created on Nova Express. These are your FTP details. And this is your package. They call it database, and you have a limited database, so you can create so many SQL. So if you have different websites, you can test them on the same server. And web space, you have 1.50 gigabits, and you used 0 bytes. That means you did not use anything, so you did not start uploading anything yet. And available space, this is it. And daily traffic use, website, if you're using it, if you have concurrent users, depending on how many users can access the website, so they give you monthly allowance. So your monthly allowance is about 336 bytes daily, and you did not use any, so because no one is accessing the website now. So the traffic usage is in terabytes. You have 999 terabytes, that means 1 terabytes. Okay, so you can upgrade from free server to paid one. You can contact the hosting account, advanced traffic counter, this one where you can see how many people visit your website. And this is a database control site builder. You can even start building the site from scratch, maybe a software, and this is where you can change the password for the whole account and update your email for correspondence. If there is any contact, web contact, or the hosting account wants to contact you, they can use this email account data. And upload, edit, and backup your file. Okay, this is where you can upload. So alternatively, if you don't have this manager, or you travel, or you're using somebody's computer that hasn't got this files in it, this is a built-in file manager, and you have one-click automatic installation for Gemini, PHP. These are all different what do you call them, content management system, so they have built in for you to use. Configure PHP variables. So you remember when we were installing our PHP Joomla, it gave us some errors that we need to change, some things like output buffering, display errors, all these kind of settings in our local home server. You can do them through this configuration file. Then you can delete account, all database in it. This database we created here, so you can reset. When you reset, it will delete everything, so you have to create the database, and then this button will change to manage. Actually, if you come in, you will see create database if you have not created any, but if you want to manage, it will change to manage DB. And then fix ownership for your web file. This one is an advanced. This will join all files under your account of your user and edit it. Okay, it will delete everything you have in the hosting account. So these are basically what you can do with this free web hosting area.com. Okay, so can you see our database has finished? Import has successfully finished. 77 queries executed. So now everything, if you finish uploading, when you access your www.org.free whatever your website, this account, when you access this website, you will see your working web page. All the IT universities, whatever you have in your local web server will exactly appear as here. So this is the easiest way to transfer. There are so many ways. This is my own way of showing you. If you are an experienced web developer, you might have your own too. And this free web hosting area is one of the thousands or hundreds of free service. So you can search from Google how many free servers, or you can get free server. Some they have their own weaknesses, they have their own strength. But why I recommend this web hosting area, they don't put adverts, they don't disturb your web pages with any pop-ups or anything. So it's like it looks real and professional, only that it is free and you must access it at least once in a month, so that you keep it live and going. Otherwise everything will be gone. So I think I'm going to end this video from here, so that you can move to the next portion, which is torrent client, downloading templates using torrent client from the internet. Okay, thank you for listening.